Hi, I'm Sami Kincaid, and right now I'm the high school sports reporter for WBIR, which is Channel 10 here in Knoxville. I will produce all the web content and produce the Friday night show, and I'll go out and report, do Player of the Week, preview games, and I just sum up all the games after Friday night as well. And I also will help out with ESPNU and ESPN anytime they're here in Knoxville or surrounding areas. I'll be a runner for ESPN. For the Georgia game, I was on air for ESPNU. And yeah, I get a lot of great experience through there too.
What made you choose journalism as your major?
Well, whenever I was in high school, I thought I wanted to be a marine biologist. And then I realized I was terrified of sharks. And that kind of makes it hard to get into the ocean. So it was the summer before my senior year. And the basketball goals in my neighborhood, the adults were trying to take it down. So it was kind of like the teenagers versus the adults. And myself and this other guy that plays for Savannah State, we were in charge of speaking for the teenagers. And Channel 5 was there in Nashville, and the teenagers won. And so everyone was like, "Did you write that yourself? That was so good." And that was the same time Erin Andrews was going through a peephole scandal, and I really liked how she handled herself in the situation. So I was like, maybe I should look into this.
Good, all right. What qualities do you think that you have that have made you successful in journalism so far?
Well, ever since I was little, I've always been a pretty outgoing person, and so I feel like you have to have a big personality if you want to be on TV. And nobody's going to want to watch you if you're just sitting there talking like this. You know, like you have to be big and give somebody something that they're going to want to watch. And so ever since I was little, my neighbors would always give me a hard time because I would be singing on my front porch to just anybody that would listen. Like, I've always wanted to be on TV. I started out with acting. And so, yeah, I feel like the big personality is the main thing that will help me get a job.
How far do you want to take journalism when you're done with college?
Well, if I can, I want to stay working at Channel 10, but become one of the main sports reporters versus the high school sports reporter. And my dream would be to be on College Game Day for ESPN, be the next Sam Ponder. That would definitely be a dream come true if I made it to that level.
What has been one of your favorite experiences doing stuff for ESPNU and for Tennessee as a whole?
Well, I would say my favorite all-time experience would be when I worked College Game Day for the Florida game, because I actually got to hang out with David Pollack and Sam Ponder. I got to meet everybody on the set. I really got to see everything behind the scenes, and since that is my dream place to end up, it was really cool getting to take them around campus and getting to see everything over the 4 days that they set up.
Are there any classes at UT that you think have really prepared you for this type of job?
Definitely. Dr. Swan's, his first 411 is what sets up for 460, and that definitely, I feel like, helped me because that's the first time you're actually having to put packages together. A lot of the time it's just like pictures or something really simple that you can do on iMovie, but he requires you to use Final Cut Pro and to take things to the next level. And then in 460, we had to produce a package a day, one on Monday, one on Wednesday, and then you had to make them good enough that they could go on the Friday show that showed on WBIR on that Sunday. So I feel like both of those classes really, especially 460, it was stressful, but it was a really good experience.
When you're done with college, if you get a job opportunity in a different state, are you willing to go anywhere they ask you to go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely willing, for sure. Pretty much everyone has to go somewhere smaller first before they can get to somewhere even as Knoxville. I'm trying to go somewhere warm, but I mean, you really don't have an option though whenever you're just out of college, and I'm starting to realize that. I'd say my favorite sport to cover would be either football or baseball. I grew up with baseball ever since I was little. I was kind of like the little girl from Remember the Titans, but baseball version. I had 25 older brothers, and that was always a blast. I would go with my dad to open up the park, and then we would be the ones closing it down. And then on Friday nights, I'd be cheering on the sidelines in my little cheerleader uniform for my high school. And so I've grown up loving both. it's really hard to choose between those two.
If you had the opportunity to do professional sports, say MLB or NFL, would you do that, or would you rather stay with college sports?
I would definitely stick with college. I love college way more than pro. I mean, I follow pro because I have to, but I just think college is way more interesting.
Is there something that you like doing about local sports as well, opposed to national sports?
Yeah, I really like the local sports because it was just a few weeks ago. I did a story on this guy named Dino from Fulton, and he's been at every single Fulton practice since 1999. And it's just a really heartwarming story or a human interest story. He has terminal cancer that he's been battling for a while now, and he's actually, the team is always behind him. They have a prayer little group that they have every single week over him. It was a tough story just because of the story itself, but if I didn't do local stories, I won't be able to get to know people in the community like that and be able to share their message.